Welcome back, everyone. I'm stood here outside the front of Ludlow Castle, which was established shortly after the Norman conquest in the 11th century. 11th century, blimey, it's almost 1,000 years. It's a pretty impressive structure, and it was once held by the Mortimer family, who were a magnate family in South Shropshire, North Herefordshire, Mid Wales. They pretty much shaped this area since Norman times. A whole generation of them shaped, well, marcher lords, a whole generation of marcher lords shaped this area of the UK. As I say, South Shropshire, North Herefordshire, Mid Wales. And the Mortimer family were part of that marcher lord dynasty. And I'm here to hike what's known as the Mortimer Trail. It follows the route, well, the route spans a whole part of the South Shropshire, North Herefordshire border to Mid Wales, from Ludlow to Kington. It's, I would say, heavily wooded, heavily forested, and it should be a fantastic trail. And it's my first trail back. It's my first trail back for 2 years. I haven't been on trail for over 2 years because of injury. A lot of my subscribers will know that. It's been a really tough period. I've been chomping at the bit, but I'm here. I've been physioing the shit out of it, as my friend Kyle, well, if you don't know Impala on Trail, check out his channel. I've been physioing the shit out of it. I've had my foot in the bucket nearly every night, cold bucket. I call it cold water, I call it blue water. Yeah, and I'm here. My ankle, my shin is feeling quite strong. Here outside of Ludlow Castle. It was one of the first stone-built castles in the United Kingdom. As I say, established shortly after the Norman conquest. I'm going to pass through some old places. Aymestrey, Paul and I passed through there in, I would say, what was it? July 2013 we passed through there when we were hiking the River Lug from Source up at Pool Hill. So I'm really looking forward to tapping into some memories too. I've been really looking forward to that. Yeah, we passed by Croft Castle, say another family seat stretching back to the 11th century, which is said to be one of the top 10 places in the country for its collection of ancient trees. So as I say, this is all about woodland and hills and Iron Age hill forts and deep valleys and glacial combes. Brilliant. So without further ado, let's get this trail underway. We've got 30 miles. As I say, it's a tester. It's the first trail back for 2 years. So I'm really keen. Ludlow is absolutely looking amazing today. It's really mellow. It's mellow as a cello. Lots of people just ambling about, starting their day. Yeah, couldn't start the day better. All right, guys, let's see how it goes. Will I manage it? Will I manage this 30 mile after 2 years of injury? We'll wait and see. Well, let's wait and see. Okay. See you out on the trail. I'll bring you back. It's a beautiful day. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. And the mood of the people is great. River Tame, which is a natural defensive barrier. That's probably why they built the castle where they did. The castle is up there. You can just see its turrets. Now, how gorgeous is that view? You've got Ludlow Castle. At the base, you've got these beautiful, I would say, medieval buildings. They certainly look medieval. And then you've got the river. People paddling about in the river. There's a little park to the right. Yeah, this is a really delightful sight. So we're on the Mortimer Trail, guys. We're just outside of Ludlow, and we've met who?
Stephen.
Stephen, we've met Stephen. My name's Mark, Stephen. Alright, so I'm going to join Stephen. Just for how long, Stephen, do you think?
See how far we get.
See how far it is. Yeah, we'll have to go steady because this is my first trail for 2 years. I've been injured.
Right,
so I'm
okay.
going. It's a mindful walk for me, this one. It's just a tester. Do you know what I mean? Alright, so we're heading up.
Just trying to get, you know, the odd day here and there in. So
yeah, sure.
You know, in preparation.
West Highland Way coming up for you, isn't it?
Yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, training, Stephen. what I've been doing, I've been walking 10 miles every morning with weight on my back. Yeah. So get out in the morning, put weight in your sack, put a couple of sandbags in there. Seriously.
Sure I'm that keen. Oh, but one thing is, it's a holiday arrangement, so
right.
Apart from the day pack, the rest is carried from hotel to hotel.
What do the military say? Preparation prevents piss poor performance. That's what they say.
Allegedly.
All right, we're heading that way, guys. I'll bring you back. Woodland walking. It is a real pleasure. Some people don't like it, as Steve said just a moment ago. But yeah, if the conditions are right, you could spend all day in the wood. Well, this is a forest. It's quite a large forest, in fact. But this trail is interlinked with forest and large woodland pretty much all the way to Kington. And this is one of the unique features of the Mortimer Trail, is its woodland and forest right across ridges all the way to mid Wales from Ludlow, well, the border of mid Wales. Got bracken as high as your chest. Watch out for the ticks. We're coming up to the High Vinnals. As Steve says, we might get a view. So while I've got the camera rolling, see what the view's like. I can see bits to the west, northwest, through there. Oh yeah. Let me just steady the camera for you guys, because let me just steady it. Whoops. I think through there, way in the distance, is probably the Radnor Forest. Well, mid Wales. You can see the big hills of mid Wales there. But what we're looking for really, there's a sudden judder, is that way.
I'm only from Raider, so...
Oh, you're from Raider, are you?
Yeah.
Do you mind cameras, mate?
Yeah.
You don't mind at all? This is who I'm talking to, these two wonderful people here.
On Facebook.
All right. Can I ask your names?
Dickie and Sue Arthur.
Dickie and Sue Arthur. Good to meet you both.
And you?
And you're from Raider?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Where are you from?
Hereford.
All right.
Yeah, Hereford.
God's country.
Hereford.
Yeah.
Hereford.
Hereford.
God's country, flat country, loads of money.
Well, it used to be Wales, didn't it? It's been contested over the years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we're content with what we've got.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a grand place we live in, for sure. So we're on the Mortimer Trail, guys, still. Me, Steve, and we're meeting some...
My cousins that at least you get your roads repaired on the Welsh side of the border.
I don't know, but...
And we're meeting some wonderful people. Yeah.
I'm just out for the day, actually, and I've joined up with this guy.
We're just stood here talking about ancient trees, giant redwoods and sequoias, but look at these, guys. Look at these. It looks as though this walk is going to be punctuated by some real veterans, especially when we get near Croft Castle. But yeah, this forest and woodland has got some rare treats. I was right. I was good. You know, I had this view of really enjoying this trail. Very bucolic. North Herefordshire, South Shropshire, hilly woodlands, forest, drovers. Kind of, you've got that picture in your mind of really deep borderland country. It's just absolutely wonderful, and I'm having a real ball so far. So yeah, me and Steve are going to be parting ways shortly. He's going to be turning left and I'm going to be carrying on.
Down here.
Steve, I'm just going to put this map down. Just going to shake Steve's hand.
Okay,
Steve?
yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Good that.
Okay.
Enjoyed our time together.
Yeah.
All the best on the West Highland Way, man.
Okay, I'll try and send you a couple of photos on your email.
Please do, bro.
Yeah, if I manage to remember the camera this time.
It'd be nice to walk again.
Yeah,
Who knows?
okay. We'll have to see what happens afterwards.
See what unfolds.
Yeah.
All
Okay
right.
then.
Take care, Steve.
Right. Good luck.
Nice one, mate.
Aymestrey.
That was good.
Cheers.
See you, Steve. Nice one, bro. Yeah, that was brilliant. Real pleasure walking with Steve there. All the way from Ludlow, more or less. Yeah, all the way from Ludlow. Through the Mortimer Forest. And back there, I didn't film them. I mean, sometimes it's not appropriate to get the camera out. But just prior to getting to this road, our parting, probably 25 minutes back now, we met a family that were parked up in a field. Got talking, and do you know what? I said, this trail is so bizarre. I mean, meeting up with Steve right at an intersection just outside of Ludlow, perfect timing. And I've just met a family now who live at the source of the River Lug. Now, in mid Wales, in the Radnor Forest. Now, the River Lug was the first river Paul and I walked back in July 2013. And this trail, the Mortimer Trail, intersects a part of that route. I meet a family from the source of the Lug. So yeah, we all resonated. Resonated with the land, the space, the place. You know, that's yeah, fantastic meeting Steve there and all the people along the way so far. All right, let's get going. Yeah, just on the move right now. Deliciously Ella. What's it say there? Cocoa and almond oat bar. Courtesy of the skips. I got this out of the skip. I've got a whole bag load. Right, who we got? We got Jane, haven't we?
Yes, hi.
Of what's the barn called again, Jane?
It's the barn at Culliscroft.
The barn at Culliscroft, and Jane's just given me some great water. And in actual fact, she gave me ice in the water.
Spring water from our spring.
Spring water. In actual fact, I can taste it, and it is beautiful water.
Send you on your way.
Thank you, Jane.
You're very welcome.
For your hospitality.
Enjoy.
All right,
Good trip.
we're heading that way, guys. All right, bring you back. So what have we got for lunch? Well, we've got some of my own trail mix. There are peanuts in there. There's dried banana, raisins, Brazil nuts, a whole load in there. So we'll have some trail mix. We've got some nut butter, peanut butter here. It's nice and moist, warm. And some oat cake. So we'll have a bit of oat cake. And to wash it down, we've got some of Jane's spring water with ice. Absolutely brilliant. Refueled now and rested. We're heading towards Aymestrey, where we're going to camp. I have a camp spot in mind, which is a place where Paul and I camped back in 2013. Now, that's only because it fell at the right time. That's 14-15 miles in, and that's half the trail done. So, you know, it seemed the ideal spot. All right, I'll bring you back. I just got my cane out, just for this hard road section. I'm probably about 10 mile in, just feeling a little bit of strain. I'm on the road section. In actual fact, I've been walking quite a lot of road since I left Steve. Just felt a little bit of strain, so I thought, right, I'll get my cane out.
500-year-old house.
I thought maybe 17th century, maybe. Yeah. But how's farming for you nowadays? My grandparents were farmers in North Herefordshire.
The land in Ludlow is very good this year.
Hasn't it, mate? In what way?
Well, we used to have more
they had such an hard last summer. It was so hard.
Yeah.
And,
It was dry, wasn't it?
Yeah. And of course now there's so much grass about.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of grass for the time of year, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And
How's the rain been up here? All right, we had quite a bit, didn't we?
We had a lot of rain, but there again, they're saying on this television the water table is low, but on the top it was a real mess about here.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably trickling through to the water table, wasn't it?
Well, I hope it does,
Yeah, that's the hope, isn't it? Right.
Aunt and uncle.
Right. Mark, my name, Tim.
Alright.
Mark Jickles. Can I shake your hand, Tim?
Yeah.
Nice one, mate. I always do, mate, because that's the way in life, innit?
Well, it'd be nice if it is.
All right,
no,
mate.
Although, like we always say, the majority of people go through here and appreciate the countryside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, we're going to get cracking. That was really good. It's so gorgeous walking through Crofthambury. It's very deceiving on Google or on a map. It's a beautiful forest, woodland. Quieter than the Mortimer Forest. The Mortimer Forest was very touristy, very busy. Some nice people, but this, you've got it to yourself. Crofthambury. Correction. That wooded area was the Langham Valley. The open area was Bircher Common. We've just come through the Langham Valley, and this is Crofthambury Iron Age Hill Fort. What we're doing is, the trail takes us around it. So the Iron Age Hill Fort is not back there, it is actually through there. What's on top of this little knoll? Let's have a look. Oh wow, absolutely awesome. What a view. If we just walk down here, just beyond this tree, just a bit, we'll get a great view into mid Wales, Radnorshire. I can see the Wimble. Look at that. Let's just stop here. Wow. Whoop, let's go like that. Look at those deep cums in there. You know what that is, don't you? I'm just going to zoom in. Okay, let's zoom in. You know what that is there? You see beyond there, you see that little, well, can you see it? It's a bit hazy. Well, there's the Radnor Forest, there's the Wimble beyond there. Not quite centre, 2/3 right up above the woodland, that's the Wimble. But in there, that's the Aymestrey Gorge. The River Lug flows through there. That's where I hope to camp tonight. Right in there. Look how beautiful that is. Another pleasant section of the trail. We're heading down into Aymestrey. We're going to head for the inn. Probably order half a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke. And fill up my water bladder and head for camp. I have a photograph of Paul lifting his rucksack in there. Man, this is such a great feeling to come back after 10 years. Yeah, as you can see from the photo, it's a bit wetter. He's a lot wetter. It was wet that morning. And we commented on Yatton Court, which is in here. I'll always remember that. So we're in the Riverside Inn. You could probably hear some clapping behind me. It's a lovely place. This is the first time I've been in here. I've just ordered a nice cold, there's some ice in there. Nice cold Diet Coca-Cola. Yeah, there's a wedding next door. And she looks lovely. Alright, we're going to go and sit by the river. We're in the Riverside Inn at Aymestrey. It's got ice and it's got a lemon in it though. Wonderful. Yeah, so I'm sat beside the lug at Aymestrey and it is a gorgeous evening. I really lucked out with the weather here because I set the date a long time ago. I just got training and I set the date and this is the weather I've got, so all good. We're in the Aymestrey Gorge now, heading towards camp. You know, we saw the Aymestrey Gorge from Yatton Common. Well, that's where we are, in these really deep valleys, combes cut out by glaciers. So yeah, wow, I've been back here for 10 years. This is great. Oh man, it makes me feel so good. Chances are, you know, the farmer will come and check on his livestock in the morning, or even last thing in the day. I just don't want to meet a disgruntled farmer, either last thing in the day or first thing in the morning. I just don't want to do that. I want peace and quiet, seclusion, and so this is where I'm going to pitch my tent. Right here. Right here. There's nice cover. There's nice cover. Here you are. I'll show you. That's the entry point into the field, and you see all this foliage. It's about 1 metre high, so I'm going to be pitching in here. Chances are I will not be spotted. It's far more secluded. So what we've done is we've cleared a space in amongst all this foliage, and if you notice, there's to our rear a fallen branch, so really good cover. Wow, I haven't pitched for an age, almost 2 years. I can feel my leg and my ankle now, so tomorrow I'm going to have to go steady, but for now I'm going to relax in camp. I'm going to get in the water. I'm going to sit for a while with my foot in the water, in fact. But yeah, nice and stealthy. Got all that foliage to the rear, that branch, all these overhanging trees. The entrance to the field is to the rear, so let's go and have a look how stealthy it is. It's green and camouflaged, and it's behind all that foliage and that fallen branch. It's broken up the shape nicely. Of course, shape, sound, silhouette, it's all part of disguising your presence. So that's a really, really nice camp. I'm chuffed with that. And the river is right there, and I can cross it in the morning. Back onto the trail. Yeah, here's my spot. This is where Paul and I were in 2013. Right here. Yeah, here's a clip of Paul diving in back in July 2013. That would have been the 22nd of July 2013. Ooh. Whoa! It's fresh, isn't it? Oh, it is fresh. Over here it is. Whoa! Whoa, I wouldn't stay in there for long. No. Whoa. Yeah, what a clip. It was cold then and it's really frigid now. But you know, I'm getting in no matter what. wow, it's cold but so refreshing after a full day's hiking. And I was just holding my hands aloft for my brother there. Paul, love you bro, always will, till my dying days. What we went through, Paul, was some bad shit, mate. It's all in my book, guys, The Sight of Two. I finished it, I'm editing now, editing the book, so yeah, hopefully get it published this year. The Sight of Two. It's pretty full on. Yeah, I went through a lot, me and my bro. And I haven't held anything back. You know, I write fearlessly. I've got no one to impress or seek the approval of. Do you get me? Yeah, that was beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, Paul, what a time we had. Alright. Gonna get and do some cooking. I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna dry off. Okay, what have we got for tea or dinner? Well, we've got some chorizo. So we're going to chop up some chorizo. Bit of oil. So that we can fry up some dried onions. We've got some dried onions there. In actual fact, I would have brought more with me, but I didn't have any in my rations. I ought to have bought some more. But yeah, I bring dried onions with me. Got a bit of chili powder. I always like a little bit of heat. I'm a bit of a nut for hot food. And we've got lemon and coriander couscous. So yeah, let's get cooking. I sometimes bring a trangia with me, but not today. That's it, nice and safe, the water. It's been filtered, boiled. Couscous, slightly burnt onion. That should be really tasty. Yeah, that's me all done really. Could have done without the burnt onion, but yeah, nice otherwise. The chorizo was nice. And I've just had a bit of fruit cake. But I'm just going to wind down now. I'll get my head down shortly. And yeah, I just want to relax. Miss you, Paul. Paul! 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 Yeah, so just quickly, I've got my reflector mat tonight. I haven't got an inflatable. I'm okay with the ground, it doesn't bother me at all. And I've got my Snug Pack Elite 2 and I've got the bag open. You see here the zip. You can widen the bag. That's what I like about this bag. It's nice and roomy. Yeah, just using my rucksack as a pillow. That'll be fine. And I'm all set to go. That's me for the night. Yeah, I'm pooped. That was a good day. 14.5 mile with an injury. I feel quite, well, My ankle shin feels fairly rested. Brilliant camp. Really pleased with coming back here. Had some wonderful feelings. Been really relaxed. Just been latterly stood by the river. Recording the river, in fact. It's funny, I was talking to myself, my future self. 24 minutes long it was, the recording, in the end. I just recorded the river, the small little riffles there, and the tawny owls. Got a really good recording. Yeah, what a day. Good end to the day. Great start. Meeting Steve, walking through the Mortimer Forest. Met two old folk from the Gilver Valley. Gilver, Marteg, one of my favourite places, just north of Rhayader. You know, later met a family from the source of the Lug. That was brilliant. I mean, from the source of the Lug. I mean, the Lug was the first river we walked, me and Paul. And I'm camping beside it now. Where Paul and I camped, in fact, back in 2013. And I met a family from the source of the Lug, not 2 miles away from there. Amazing. Tim and Marjorie from the old farm. Classic, that. That was a classic old farm, hardcore. Half a Coke, you know. It was more ice than Coke. But yeah, it was pleasant by the river. And now we're here. Wow, what a day. Alright, thanks for joining me, guys. I'll be up in the morning and we'll get some breakfast on the go, and then we'll get possibly a warm drink going and packed up, and we'll be on our way back on the trail towards Kington. One more night's camping. Or we may doss in a church doorway. I don't know. There is a church on the way, and I've ID'd it as a possible doss down, so we'll see. Alright, see you in the morning. It's been amazing. I slept with the door wide open last night, so kind of tarp style. It is a tarp tent, it's a single skin. I actually just feel like lazing about a bit. I'm going to laze about a bit, then I'm going to get up. Well, in actual fact, I can see the sunrise. So what I'll do is I'll get my boots on, I'll photograph the sunrise, then possibly laze about a bit, have some breakfast. I've cold soaked my porridge. I won't be heating it up, I've cold soaked it all night, so yeah, I'll just eat it straight out the bowl and then pack up. So I'll bring you back. It's lovely to hear the birds, lots of them about. Lovely dawn chorus, always a welcome sound. And the river, yeah, the river just perennially flowing by. Yeah, it's still early morning. Been checking out the camp, how concealed it is, and just admiring the Lug, this stretch of the Lug through Aymestrey. It's really gentle. Beautiful morning. In the yes, the Aymestrey Gorge it's known as. It was created by a glacial overflow, and in actual fact we started our walk off at the River Tame, well, Ludlow Castle, and River Tame flowed around Ludlow Castle, which is a tributary of the River Severn. But the River Tame is in fact the one that got away. And what do I mean by the one that got away? Well, the Lug is the main tributary of the Wye, and the Tame, as a result of glacial advances thousands of years ago, was redirected by the glacier away from the Lug. It was a Lug tributary once and then flowed into the Wye. So the Tame is the one that got away. Just stood having my breakfast right there. I don't know whether you saw me point. It was very subtle. I didn't want to spook it, but a dipper perched on a branch right opposite me as I was just eating my breakfast. I'd only just stood there. Yep, and as anticipated, as soon as I moved, it flew down the river. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you, Spot. As my mate Spikerpoos says. Yeah, leave no trace. That was a beautiful camp. A nice stealthy camp. An old camp. Yeah, really enjoyed this. Alright, Mortimer Trail.